iPhone SE versus LG X Power speed test. Let's go. So what is up, guys? This is Nick here from Everything Tech, and welcome to this iPhone SE versus LG X Power speed test comparison. Hope you're doing well. Let's begin with a boot up test here. So let's talk a little bit about these guys while they are booting up. So the iPhone SE is Apple's 2016, let's say the revival of the iPhone 5S brought to the modern age. They did put an A9 CPU in here with 2 gigabytes of RAM. That A9 is clocked in at 1.85 gigahertz. The model I have here is the TSMC chipset here. They did have Samsung work with them as well, but a lot of people say that that chipset is slower, and I found it to be a little bit slower, honestly, myself, but only slightly. Now, you've seen that the LG X Power was only slightly behind on the boot up test, but it did lose. The LG X Power is an incredibly optimized, affordable Android handset that comes with an octa-core CPU with Cortex A53 cores. So it is a very underrated smartphone here in the LG X Power. And with the UX 5.0, which is basically what you see here in the software department for the LG X Power with the new icons, the white menus, it's like the LG V20 as well as the LG G5 as well. So we're gonna do some application tests, but you can see in terms of the general user interface, they're both super slick, very smooth in terms of that. We don't need to talk much about that. This is 2017. Smartphones are to the point where there's not much more you can do in the speed department. They're very fast across the board, pretty much any smartphones you get these days. But you can see iOS 10.2, 14C92 here for the iPhone SE. So that's some good stuff there if you're interested in knowing the software here on the SE. Let's go ahead and check out the software here on the LG X Power so we know which softwares we're comparing here. So let me get out of there, I went in the wrong thing. Let's go into software info here, and you can see Android 6.0.1 Marshmallow. So not Nougat, but the X Power is slated to get Android 7.0 Nougat in the near future here. But let me go ahead and close everything out on both of these devices, and let's get into this application test to see if what many were saying the iPhone SE will destroy. Yes, I read your comments. The iPhone SE will destroy the X Power. Well, I tested these before this video, and you're gonna see that that's just not true. Let's go into the calculator on both devices, and you can see LG X Power with the win on the calculator. The LG X Power is going to go home screen faster every single time because it does have a capacitive touch button. Now the iPhone 7 has that capacitive home button, but this is not the iPhone 7. So that's not even relevant to talk about. Let's get into the camera here on both devices. And you can see the iPhone SE did take that one, but only slightly. Now, remember, this device is under $100 on Amazon. The link I left to the iPhone 5S, I'm gonna leave it down in this video as well. The phone was $85, so I mean, the SE, you're talking like $400. But let's go ahead and see weather here. Now, I'm not saying that the LG X Power is a better phone, but it's a great bargain. You can see it just beat the SE once again on the weather, and it's always going home fast. And remember, this is on 1x animations. If you hop over into the developer options within the X Power, it gets even snappier in the app speeds. Let's go into settings here on both, and you can see that was about dead even, maybe slightly, only maybe a hair faster on the SE. Let's go to the clock here, and you can see dead even on the clock. Let's go home here, and let's go into the Play Store versus the App Store. So let's see what happens here. SE took it on the Play Store versus the App Store. So the SE is slightly ahead here. It's pretty close though, because the LG took the weather, it took the calculator, and it tied on the other ones. So let's go into the phone here on both devices. And you could see it looked like the LG took that one. Let me know if I missed that, because I actually wasn't paying attention. Let me know if I missed it on the phone. Let's go into Twitter here, and looks like LG took the iPhone SE on Twitter. So let's go home here. So this is pretty shocking stuff, isn't it, to see this budget smartphone take on the SE. Very good optimization here for the LG X Power. Great smartphone here for this price point. Let's go into voice recorder here on both. LG X Power slightly ahead there on that one as well. Let's go into Instagram. Now we're getting the third-party applications. Dead even on Instagram. Actually, the LG was slightly ahead. You've seen how it opened up this picture first over this one. If you rewind, you can see that. So I'm going to give that one to LG on the Instagram app. Let's go into Appy Geek here, or Appy Geek, whatever you want to call it. And you can see, looks like the SE took that one to school. So the SE is going to get an Appy Geek. Let's go into, let's see YouTube right here. Let's do YouTube on both devices. And you can see LG again, once again, is ahead. This guy is a little rocket of a phone for its price point. I love seeing, you know, bargain Androids come out with this kind of performance. This is really nice stuff here. Very underrated phone in the LG X Power. Let's go into Pixlr, and you can see dead even here on Pixlr. Let's go home. Let's go into Temple Run. Now this is where I expect the SE to just annihilate the LG X Power, but let's see. And yes, the SE just took it to school there, but I mean, it's still pretty close. That was only like 0.9 seconds or whatever on the speed difference between the two. Let's go into Subway Surfers now. And when you get into more graphically intensive games, the SE is going to be the faster device of the two. But you can see SE is just a monster in gaming performance. No comparison here in terms of gaming. But the LG X Power is not no slouch in gaming. You could definitely game for hours here on the LG X Power without an issue here. So let's go home here. Now overall, let's go into eBay. Now I would say overall so far, looks like the SE is winning this test, but not by a landslide. Let's go into Amazon. And you can see, looks like SE took that one. So SE took that one. So I'm seeing more of a win here for the SE. Not like an incredibly ton of wins here, but I'm seeing quite a bit of a win here for the SE. But that's just me. Let's go ahead and go into yahoo.com just to see how fast the browser speeds are. Now this is dependent on Wi-Fi network, so it shouldn't even matter about, you know, processors and stuff, and I just kind of missed that tap. Actually, I tapped the SE first and then the LG, but the LG still lost, you know, before. So we're going to do another test because that was kind of unfair. I accidentally tapped this one over here. Let's go to cnet.com here on the SE. Let's go to cnet.com here on the LG in 3, 2, let's go. And you can see which one gets there first. SE just smoked it there to CNET, so not even close on that one. So the SE definitely has better browsing performance than the X Power, but this phone, let me tell you guys, very smooth, very nice stuff here, very close to the SE. And yeah, let's go ahead and do some multitasking. This is where the SE should do a bit better, but we're gonna have to see here. Let's go into camera on both. Yeah, and the LG had to reload that one there. So let's go into the multitasking switch here. Let's go into Subway Surfers on both. Did I miss that one? So yeah, even it had to reload, and you see the SE had it open. So yes, the LG is definitely losing here in terms of holding the, you know, the applications within the random access memory, or RAM. So let's go into Pixlr here. You can see SE once again. So there's no contest in RAM management. The SE with its A9 CPU is a beast in the RAM management department. You can see right there, once again, LG. So LG came out pretty strong here with the application speed test. And but the SE said, not today. I wouldn't say the SE just kicked its ass. I think this was closer than the Ascend XT was to the iPhone SE. But what are the advantages that you're going to get over each of these devices? Now the SE is out of the reach for some people, and I can understand that. But you know, the SE is probably the cheapest way to get into a premium iPhone these days. And what you're going to get over the X Power, if you decide to look between these two devices, is you're going to get a better camera here on SE, a better build with multiple color options, and a better fingerprint scanner, Apple Pay, as well as access to the latest iOS updates, which are going to be much more frequent than the LG X Power. So what are the advantages over the X Power? So you're going to get a much bigger battery. And for my testing, yes, the SE is a beast for iPhone battery, but it is not touching the X Power. The X Power will probably take, I'd say the X Power will probably give you about 3 hours more battery life than the iPhone SE. So the X Power is going to give you better battery life. It's going to give you more storage. It has an expandable SD card up to 128 gigabytes. And it's also going to give you a larger screen, a 720p HD screen. But don't be fooled, because this 720p HD screen is not better than this iPhone SE's Retina display. This actually looks better. It looks more color accurate, and it's just sharper overall than this screen. But you're going to have to deal with more scrolling here on the SE. And what other advantages do you get for the LG? Well, you get the advantage that you don't have a home button to break, and sometimes that happens on iPhones, but I wouldn't really say that's an advantage, because I've never had that issue, but I've heard about that story in the past. And that's pretty much it on the LG. Not much more. You get a much lower price. You could probably buy about 4 of these guys for your whole family for the price of one iPhone SE. But anyway, who is the winner here? I mean, it's pretty obvious. The SE won this battle. For me, I would definitely go with the SE, but if you're on a budget, I just wanted to show you guys the LG X Power is going to give you a great value and a great bang for your buck here in 2017. So anyways, if you guys enjoyed this video, do me a favor, go ahead and click the like button for me. Question of the day: if you were deciding between one of these two phones, which one would you choose and why? Drop that down below in the comment section of this video. Subscribe to see more technology videos like this. This was Nick here, helping you to master your technology and enhance your life experience. I will catch you all in the next one. Be sure to have a great day out, and peace.